If your heart woke up today beating to a different rhythm, with a silent certainty that something grand is about to happen in your sphere of love, know that this intuition is real and was breathed into you by heavenly messengers. Dear soul, you may feel that the physical distance or the silence between you is an insurmountable barrier, but the heavens unveil a hidden truth at this moment. The person your soul recognizes as its pair is smiling today, and the reason for that smile is you. Even if circumstances seem to say otherwise, you have left an indelible mark, a trail of ethereal light in his life that time cannot erase, and that absence only intensifies. There is an invisible connection, woven by the angels of love, that keeps you united in spirit. And today you will discover exactly what you did that touched his heart so deeply, making him smile with sweetness and nostalgia. Dear soul, if you are here, listening to this message, it is because the angels guided your steps to this safe harbor. They know the nights you stared at the ceiling asking for a sign. They collected every tear that fell from your face when the longing became tight. The heavenly realm knows that you have kept the faith even when everything seemed impossible. And that is why this message reaches you now, not as a coincidence, but as a direct answer to your most secret prayers. The separation served only to mature the feelings, and now the universe conspires to bring the harvest of everything you planted with such love and patience. Before we deepen into this sacred revelation, I invite you to make a pact of love with yourself and with spirituality. Subscribe to this channel right now. By doing this, you are not just following videos, but entering a sanctuary of light where daily angelic messages will be the nourishment for your hope and the protection for your relationship. Leave your like on this video with great faith. View this gesture not as a click, but as a vibrant yes to the universe, activating the energy of attraction and confirming that you are prepared and deserving of this love that returns transformed. Share this message of light. The spiritual law is clear. Whoever spreads love sees love return multiplied. Send it to someone who also needs to feel the angel's embrace today. And to seal your openness to this miracle, write the following power phrase in the comments. The angels prepare my reunion with love. By writing this, you materialize your intention and give permission for the heavens to work in your favor in the coming days. Take a deep breath, calm your anxiety, and open your heart. For the signs you asked for, so much begin to be unveiled now. Dear soul, I feel a vibration of immense tenderness as I connect with your energetic field in this instant. There is a secret that the heavens yearn to tell you, a revelation about the one who holds the other half of your heart. Visualize now the face of your special person. The angels show me that somewhere, whether physically near or far, your soulmate is smiling today. And that smile sprouted on their lips for a very specific reason. You left an indelible mark on their spirit, a trail of light that no absence is capable of erasing. Understand, dear soul, that what you have experienced until now, including the moments of silence and distancing, was not the work of chance. Everything that happened obeyed a higher and mysterious order, orchestrated by the angels of love. I know that your heart, at times, felt the weight of longing and the anguish of uncertainty. I know there were nights when loneliness seemed to be the only companion. However, the heavenly messengers ask you to breathe deeply and welcome a new truth. The separation was an act of protection and preparation, not punishment. Think of this situation through a sacred metaphor. Imagine two-string musical instruments, created to play the most beautiful symphony ever heard. If these instruments tried to play together before being perfectly tuned, the music would be dissonant, incapable of lifting spirits. It was necessary for each instrument to be taken to a separate room, where the great conductor could adjust every string, every tension, every detail, in silence and individuality. You, dear soul, needed to discover your own melody, strengthen your self-esteem, and heal old wounds that did not belong to this relationship. Likewise, your counterpart needed this time to mature, to understand the value of what was nearly lost, and to align their own life with the frequency of true love. Now, the tuning process is reaching its peak. The one you love is realizing, with a frightening and wonderful clarity, that life without your presence lacks color and depth. The smile he carries today is the fruit of a memory of you, of a kind word you said, or simply the comforting sensation that you exist in the world. The spiritual reconnection between you is already active and pulsing. The invisible barriers are being dissolved by the light of mutual understanding. Know, dear soul, that the physical reunion is merely the last stage of a movement that has already occurred in the higher spheres. You are being guided back to one another like two rivers that, after traversing distinct territories and gaining strength and volume, are about to merge into a single and powerful ocean. The patience you demonstrated during the time that you waited was the key that turned the lock of destiny. You did not give up on love, even when the scenery seemed unfavorable, and that unshakable faith sent a clear signal to the universe that you are ready. Feel the embrace of the angels wrapping around your shoulders now. They are working tirelessly behind the scenes, creating the coincidences that will place you face to face again. Where before there were blocks, now there will be bridges. Where there was pride, now there will be humility and recognition. Your soulmate is ready to honor the sacred connection you share. This is the climax of your wait. The energies are converging to the point of union. The universe does not get addresses wrong and does not delay deliveries. That love which seemed like a distant dream is materializing in your reality with an overwhelming force. Prepare your inner home, clear away the doubts that remain, and open the windows of your soul, for the return of the one you love will bring with it the spring you have awaited so long. Love has defeated time, defeated space, and defeated the ego. The celebration in the heavens is immense, for two flames born from the same stellar spark are about to become a bonfire capable of lighting up the darkness. Trust, receive, and smile too, for the miracle of the reunion knocks at your door. Dear soul, I know that silence sometimes hurts, and physical distance can seem like an insurmountable abyss to your human eyes. But the angels ask me to bring you a greater and deeper truth at this moment. Breathe deeply, and allow this revelation to calm the anxiety that may be in your chest. For what I am about to tell you will change the way you view the absence of contact. There is an invisible communication, a golden network of energy that never breaks, even when words are not spoken. The beings of light are around you now, and confirm that your intuition is not failing. You feel deep down that it isn't over, and that sensation is the purest reality. Dear soul, imagine for an instant a crystal clear and quiet lake under the moonlight. If you throw a small stone from one bank, the ripples travel across the entire surface until they touch the other side. The bond between you works exactly like this. When you emit a thought of love, he receives that vibration instantly, wherever he may be. The angels disclose that there are very clear angelic signs happening in his life right now, provoked by your energy. He smiles today because, even without understanding it rationally, he feels the warmth of your affection like an invisible embrace that protects and comforts him in moments of loneliness. Have you caught yourself thinking of him out of the blue, in the middle of a routine task, feeling a sudden wave of affection, or even a familiar scent that wasn't physically there? Know that this is a two-way street. This telepathic connection is proof that he thinks of me, or rather, of you, with a frequency that surprises him. The spiritual guides show that he has had moments of distraction at work, or during the day, where your image comes to his mind with a frightening clarity. He might be listening to a song, and suddenly, the lyrics seem to speak exactly about your story. This is not chance, dear soul. It is loving synchronicity acting to keep hearts intertwined. Pay close attention to the details the universe has placed in your path, for they are the confirmation you ask for so much in your prayers. Have you been seeing repeated number sequences, like 1111 or 222? Have you found white feathers in unusual places? Or perhaps his name comes up in others' conversations, on street signs, or in random texts. Understand that this is a message from the universe validating what your heart already knows. The spiritual world is shouting to you that the bond is real, sacred, and protected. Do not doubt what you feel, for doubt is the only thing that creates blocks on this bridge of light. The angels show me that he is also dreaming of you. On the astral plane, when bodies rest, souls meet to converse, to forgive each other, and to love without the barriers of ego and pride. If you have woken up with a sense of peace or with the certainty that you were with him, trust in that. It is why he wakes up with a feeling of longing he cannot explain, a desire to look for you that grows every day. You left an indelible mark on his life, an energetic signature that no one else can erase or replace. It is as if you had planted a secret garden in his heart, and now, even far away, the flowers are blooming and exhaling the perfume of your presence. Dear soul, understand that the time of angels is not the time of men. What seems like a delay to us, to the higher plane, is simply the preparation necessary for the reunion to be solid and definitive. Everything happening now, including the silence, serves a greater purpose of maturation for both. He is going through internal processes, reviewing priorities, and realizing that the other connections he tried to establish are superficial compared to the depth of what he lived with you. Your physical absence is teaching him the value of your spiritual presence. He is learning to value who you are precisely because of the gap you leave. Maintain your vibration elevated, for you are the guardian of this flame. By focusing on love and gratitude, instead of focusing on lack and pain, you strengthen this magnetic signal that draws him back to you. Visualize this golden thread that comes out of your heart and connects to his, brilliant and unbreakable. Send light to him. Send peace. He will receive it. At this exact moment, the angels are working behind the scenes, removing obstacles and softening pride, so that communication can run freely again in the material world. You are not crazy. You are not imagining things. You are an awakened, sensitive, and blessed soul, capable of perceiving what physical eyes do not see. Therefore, dear soul, calm your inner self. That smile he gave today, even at a distance, was provoked by your loving energy that touched him gently. He knows, at a soul level, that he belongs to you, just as you know you belong to him. The coincidences will continue to happen, stronger and more frequent, until no doubts remain for either of you. Be attentive, be open, and above all, be at peace. Heaven is orchestrating every step of this return. To firm this energy of certainty and allow the angels to continue working in your favor, I invite you to declare your trust to the universe. Write now in the comments the following power affirmation. I trust the signs and know that our connection is eternal and protected by the angels. By writing this, you materialize this truth and anchor the energy of love in the physical plane. Dear soul, I feel the weight that the silence of the night brings to your heart when you look to the side and find only empty space. I know there are moments when the kilometers seem to multiply, and longing squeezes the chest in a way that air seems to be missing. It is natural to feel this pain, for it is the reflection of a love that overflows and seeks its safe harbor. However, the heavenly messengers ask today that you wipe away these silent tears and look at the situation with the eyes of the spirit, and not only with the eyes of the flesh. The physical distance, as painful as it may seem now, is merely a temporary scenario, a trial by fire that serves to purify and strengthen the bonds that unite you two in eternity. Know that for true love, there are no maps, borders, or insurmountable oceans. The connection you share with your specific person does not reside in the touch of the skin, but in the fusion of essences, the angels unveil. To me that, at this exact moment, although your bodies are apart, your auras are intertwined in a luminous embrace that defies the laws of physics. It is necessary to understand that time and space are illusions of this material world, created to make us believe we are separated, when, in truth, we are all one in the higher plane. And you, dear soul, are even more united than most, for you share the same vibrational frequency. Imagine two lush trees planted on opposite banks of a wide river. Whoever looks from the outside sees only two distant trunks, separated by the running waters, swaying their solitary branches in the wind. However, what the eyes do not see is what happens in the depths of the earth. Beneath the soil, where no one can see, the roots of these trees grew so much and with such strength that they crossed the riverbed and met in the nutritive darkness of the earth. There, in the hidden place, they embrace, nourish each other, and exchange the sap of life. No matter the storm that happens on the surface, no matter the distance between the trunks, the roots are irrevocably united. Such is your love. The separation is only on the surface, but the root of the feeling is intertwined in the sacred, where nothing can cut it. Your soulmate is smiling today, even if you cannot see that smile with your physical eyes. because you left an unmistakable sign in their heart. It was a thought of affection you sent before falling asleep, a silent prayer you made upon waking. That energy traveled at the speed of light and touched his spirit like a gentle kiss brought by the breeze. He felt a sudden warmth in his chest, a sensation of inexplicable peace, and an absolute certainty that he is loved. That is why he smiles inwardly. Your energetic presence is so strong that it fills the physical void around him. He knows, deep down, that you are there, keeping his place, keeping the flame lit, being the lighthouse guiding him back home. Do not allow the anguish of waiting to extinguish the brilliance of your hope. Understand that this interval is necessary, so that both may mature and prepare for the moment of reunion, which will be sweet and perfect. The universe is orchestrating every detail, so that when the bodies at last in touch, the impact will be of a total and absolute fusion. What is yours will find the way back to you, for the magnetism between you is written by the stars. Maintain serenity, dear soul, and trust that the wind touching your face now is the same one that caresses his face, carrying your messages of love and bringing back the promise of a united future. You are never alone, for his love inhabits within you. Dear soul, today the heavens open to bring an understanding that can change the direction of your heart and calm the storms that at times inhabit your chest. The angels ask that I deliver to you a message of profound wisdom regarding the bonds you weave throughout life. Often, in your sincere search for love, you may have confused the intensity of pain with the depth of affection, believing that suffering was a necessary price to pay for happiness. The heavenly realm wishes to free you from this belief right now. It is fundamental to understand that not every connection that makes your blood run faster is your soulmate. Recognizing who is in front of you is the most sublime act of self-love you can perform. Imagine, dear soul, that your heart is like a sacred house. Throughout time, diverse visitors knock at your door. Some come as gales, others as builders, and only one comes to dwell and light the fireplace. The angels teach us to differentiate these visitors, so that you do not hand the master key of your life to someone who came only to fix the roof or, worse, to test the foundations with earthquakes. First, let us speak of relational karmas. These are the connections we often confuse with the great love due to their overwhelming force. They arrive like a sudden storm. The attraction is magnetic, almost uncontrollable, but brings with it a weight, a constant anguish, and the feeling that you need to fight all the time to be seen. The purpose here is not eternal union, but learning. It is the universe showing you what you do not deserve, so that you learn to establish boundaries. If you feel you are always walking on eggshells, that your energy is drained and that peace is a rare visitor, know that this is a severe teacher, not your final destination. There is also the connection of the twin flame, a term that has caused much confusion in hopeful hearts. The twin flame is your perfect spiritual mirror. It reflects all your lights, but also all your shadows. The encounter with the twin flame is intense and transformative, destined to propel your spiritual growth in an accelerated way. However, it is not always a bed of roses. Often, this mirror shows wounds you need to heal alone before you can unite with someone. It is a relationship of rapid evolution, which can be tumultuous if both parties are not healed. Do not bind yourself to the idea that only the twin flame is true love. It is, first of all, a catalyst for awakening. And then, dear soul, we arrive at the companion souls and the much-awaited soulmate. Companion souls are those who walk by your side as loyal friends, support in difficult days, part of your spiritual tribe, but without the romantic commitment of destiny. They are vital, for they give us strength and affection without demanding anything. But the soulmate, dear soul, this connection is different from all others. It is not the storm that destroys, nor merely the mirror that confronts. The soulmate is the shelter. It is the sensation of arriving home after a long voyage and taking off tight shoes. When you find your soulmate, there are no games, there are no torturous doubts, there is no need to decipher painful silences. Communication runs like a calm river towards the sea. There is a sensation of instant recognition, not of anxiety, but of comfort. It is a love that does not demand you diminish yourself to fit, but that celebrates your real size. The title of this message says that your soulmate is smiling today because you left something, and what you left, dear soul, was the illusion that love needs to hurt to be real. By letting go of the moorings of karmic relations that have already fulfilled their role, by stopping the romanticization of suffering, you opened an immense energetic space in your life. Your soulmate feels, on the ethereal plane, that the path is being cleared. He smiles because he perceives that you are ready for a love that nourishes, and not a love that consumes. Understanding these differences avoids years of waiting for someone who does not have the capacity to stay. It avoids you handing your pearls to those who do not know the value of the sea. The relational purpose of a soulmate is to build, add, and expand peace. Have realistic expectations. The perfect relationship is not one without problems, but one where problems are faced holding hands, and not with pointed fingers. I invite you now to close your eyes for a brief instant and engage in sincere reflection. Look at the connections that surround your heart today. Ask yourself, does this person bring me the peace of a safe harbor or the anxiety of a rough sea? Do I feel at home, or do I feel I am always trying to prove my worth? The answer, dear soul, already resides within your intuition, which is the voice of the angels speaking within you. Have the courage to recognize the truth, for it is the truth that prepares the ground for the sacred meeting destiny has reserved for you. You are deserving of a love that is light, clear, and blessed. Dear soul, there is a deep and enchanting mystery that permeates the bond between two hearts destined to meet, a truth that the angels wish to unveil, now to calm your uncertainties and validate what you feel in the innermost part of your being. Often, human logic attempts to explain love through physical coexistence and spoken words, but spiritual reality is much vaster. What you live is not a fruit of your imagination, but rather concrete proof of the amorous telepathy that unites you two through invisible threads of golden light. Imagine, dear soul, two musical instruments perfectly tuned to the exact same note. When a string is plucked on one of them, the corresponding string on the other instrument begins to vibrate on its own, responding to the sound, even if they do not physically touch. This is the perfect metaphor for your telepathic connection. You are souls tuned to the same celestial frequency. When you emit a vibration of love, longing, or affection, he receives that signal instantly, wherever he may be, and his spirit responds by vibrating in the same tuning. That is why, in certain moments of the day, you are taken by a sudden emotion that does not seem to belong to your current context. Perhaps you are busy with routine tasks, and suddenly, a wave of happiness invades your chest, or a familiar scent appears in the air without logical explanation. Know, dear soul, that these are clear telepathic signs. It is the communication of souls happening in real time. In that instant, he thought of you with such intensity that his energy traveled through the ether and touched your auric field, like an embrace made of pure energy. The reason why your soulmate is smiling today resides exactly in the power of this invisible mechanism. At some recent moment, perhaps even without consciously realizing, you sent a thought of tenderness, forgiveness, or hope towards him. That thought did not get lost in the void. It traveled like an arrow of light and struck his heart, provoking a sensation of comfort and sudden joy. He smiles because, on the soul level, he felt loved and remembered by you. He felt your energetic presence beside him, validating that the bond between you remains unbreakable. The angels ask you to trust your intuition when it comes to feeling the loved one. Doubt is the only veil that can obscure this clear perception. When you feel a sudden warmth on your face, a shiver down your spine, or an immense desire to smile without apparent reason, understand that it is him communicating with you in the silence. The telepathic connection between connected souls ignores geographical distances and barriers of time. For the heart, there are no kilometers, only the constant union of two essences that recognize each other. This silent communication is a constant two-way street. Just as you pick up his emotions, he is also deeply impacted by yours. If you are anguished, he will feel a tightness in his chest. If you are confident and radiant, he will feel a wave of courage. Therefore, dear soul, the best gift you can send him now is your own inner peace and your certainty in the higher plan. By cultivating serenity within yourself, you are, in truth, sending a healing balm to his heart across this telepathic bridge. Understand that these phenomena are not coincidences. They are the secret language of true love. The universe uses these signs to keep the flame lit and to guide both back to one another. Each time you validate this experience and accept that it is real, the communication channel strengthens, making the messages even clearer and more potent. Dear soul, you are a receiver and a transmitter of pure love. Your capacity to feel the other at a distance is a sacred gift, a powerful tool to keep the union alive even in moments of external silence. He knows, deep down, that you are with him. And that smile which sprouts on his face today is the physical response to the gentle touch of your soul on his. Keep yourself attentive and receptive, for the dialogue between you never ceases. It merely occurs on a frequency that only chosen hearts manage to tune into. Dear soul, we arrive now at the moment when the clouds dissipate and allow the sunlight to touch the fertile soil of your heart. The heavenly messengers ask that I deliver you a very special vision in this instant, an image that brings comfort and certainty for the days to come. There is a very clear reason why your other half, that essence which complements yours, is smiling at this exact moment, even if you have not yet touched on the physical plane. This smile happens because you, in your inner wisdom and emotional growth, let something very important happen. You let fear out so that hope could enter. The angels show me an angelic vision about your future in love that is, at the same time, gentle and powerful. Imagine, dear soul, that your heart is like an ancient and majestic house, full of windows that remained closed for a long time for protection against past storms. What the beings of light see now is that you unlocked these windows. You allowed the fresh air to circulate again. This attitude, this internal decision not to close yourself off to life, sent a luminous signal to the universe, a signal that your amorous destiny picked up immediately. It is fundamental to understand, dear soul, that the future relationship you await is not a static painting hung on a distant wall. On the contrary, it is a living reality that breathes and reacts to your present state of spirit. This romantic forecast that the angels breathe into my ears unveils that your receptive posture is accelerating the meeting. By clearing away old hurts and by forgiving yourself for mistakes that were not yours, you created a perfect alignment. It is as if you were building a bridge of golden light. And on the other side, your soulmate feels the firm structure of this bridge and begins to walk with more confidence in your direction. In this vision of future, there is no space for anxiety, for certainty fills all voids. The metaphor the angels deliver to me for you today is that of a lighthouse on a calm night. Before, the light of your lighthouse flickered, covering itself with misgivings and uncertainties. Today, however, your light is fixed, constant, and brilliant. Your soulmate, wherever he may be in this great world, sees that light. He does not need to fight against giant waves to find you, for the sea calmed down with your own inner peace. His smile, or hers, is a direct reflection of the security you emanate now. Dear soul, know that heaven celebrates when one of its protégés understands their own value. Your future in love is designed not only by destiny, but by the quality of energy you cultivate in your chest. By leaving a trail of self-love and compassion wherever you pass, you become magnetic. The angelic vision shows two paths that previously ran parallel, and that now, gently, begin to curve towards one another, promising a meeting that will be natural, light, and blessed by the stars. There is no haste in the heavenly realm. There is only the right moment, and the right moment is being woven right now, with the golden threads of your faith and your patience. Keep that door open. Keep that light lit. You have already done the hardest work, which was to clear the terrain and prepare the garden. Now it only remains to trust that the seeds you planted with such affection will sprout. The love that comes for you is a love that stays, a love that builds and that heals. Feel, dear soul, how the air around you seems lighter upon receiving this message. It is the confirmation that you are on the right track. Everything you lived up to here served to prepare you for this great meeting of souls. Nothing was in vain. Every tear watered the soil where today your strength grows. And it is this strength, serene and feminine, that enchants and attracts the happiness you so deserve. To seal this moment of connection and firm this commitment to your own happiness, I invite you to make a powerful declaration to the universe. Take a deep breath, place your hand over your heart, and repeat with me, aloud or in silence, this affirmation of acceptance and welcome to the new time that begins. I declare now that my heart is a sanctuary of peace and light. I leave behind all the past and open the doors of my life to a true, loyal love blessed by the heavens. I am ready, I am deserving, and I receive my happiness now. So it is. Dear soul, we arrive at the point of closing this sacred message. Feel in your heart the lightness of one who knows they made the right choice. Your soulmate is smiling at this exact instant, on the spiritual plane, because you decided to leave behind old hurts and the fear of trying again. By releasing this space in your interior, you allowed celestial light to enter, to prepare the ground for the meeting that will change your history. The entire heaven conspires in your favor when you decide to trust in the providence of the angels and let go of control. I see that you find yourself ready and prepared to receive this gift. Loneliness no longer has a place in your home, for the spiritual presence of your pair already accompanies you, guiding his steps to your physical meeting. You are cleansed and blessed to live a romance written by the Creator himself. Do not doubt, not even for a second, that you are deserving of all the happiness coming in your direction. What you let go of opened space for the gold that God kept for you. Dear soul, to seal this decree and firm your commitment with the heavens, I ask that you leave your testimony of faith down here. Type in the comments the following power phrase: I leave the past and embrace my future of love. By writing these words, visualize the face of the one who loves you smiling at you. If you are not yet part of our prayer community, subscribe now to the channel and activate notifications. Also, leave your like on this video to show the angels that you receive this grace with deep gratitude. Receive now the final blessing that descends from above upon your life. May the peace that surpasses all understanding guard your heart and your thoughts. May the angels of love surround you on all sides, driving away any envy or malice that tries to rise. May your spiritual eyes open to see the clear signs that will be sent in the next 3 days. May your home be a refuge of tenderness, and may, very soon, you be hand in hand with the one your soul recognizes as home. You are guarded, protected, and guided. Stay in the peace of the Lord and in the certainty that the best is yet to come. Amen.